Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I want to talk about Blood Hunter. This is a VHS Hitfest OCN distribution release, Vinegar Syndrome partner, so you may have seen this. VHS Hitfest is really cool. They are a company that puts out movies that have been stuck on VHS that are, under the radar, weird, hidden gems, if you will. And the recent one they put out before this was The Corn Shucker, which I really enjoyed, and I dressed up as the Corn Shucker for Halloween. So this movie is from 1996. It is a movie about a vampire who is living in the middle of Kentucky after being banished from his homeland in Russia. He's working as a mechanic, and I think his boss at the very beginning says something about, he's like, if he wasn't dead already, I'd be pissed off that he's late to work every day. And he just like magically appears places and zips around and bites people, etc. And the main point of the story is Victor, who is the vampire, is sort of taking a vigilante justice approach to his small, little sleepy Kentuckian town. And like, there's a guy who likes little girls, so he goes after him. There's, you know, another guy who's taking advantage of women or whatever, goes after him and kills him. There's a guy who murders his own wife. He goes after him. So the beginning of the movie starts out like I don't want to say death wish, but it's like a vigilante story wrapped up in this very low budget, cheesy story about this vampire in this small town. So it has that charm to it of vampire in a small town in the middle of Kentucky. But as the movie progresses, they start going after him for enacting vengeance on these people, illegally, I should say. Um, it says here that this is rarely seen out of its VHS run, and it is scarce. It is a first-time film by Jack Schrum, who also plays Victor the Vampire. It co-stars and co-directs by Chuck Ellis, who was in Lunch Meat. And it's a 90s backwoods rural Kentucky landscape with innovative gore effects and hilarious one-liners. So I enjoyed the movie. I did not like it nearly as much as The Corn Shucker, which I thought was very odd and interesting, but it was pretty good. It tends to kind of fizzle out a little bit towards the middle to the end, and my only real other gripe about the movie is that the sound is very low, so I felt like it was a little hard to hear what the people were actually saying. It wasn't clear enough. It's an interesting little film. I love cheesy B movies. I love movies with heart that are low budget, and this fits the bill. Not my favorite, but it's interesting, and I've watched it twice so far. First time I watched it, I was in a horrible mood. I was hardly paying attention, and I was pissed off about something. And then the second time I put it on, a little sleepy, but in a much better mood, and paid way more attention to it. There's some other interesting stuff going on, but I feel like towards the beginning of the film, while he's taking actions against all these bad people, and you're sort of seeing the funny interactions he has because he's a vampire living with humans, that sort of kind of dissipates as the movie goes along, which was that and the audio kind of irked me. The transfer is from the original Beta SP Master. It's a little rough. Audio commentary with the director, lead actor. From Russia with Blood, a making of documentary with new interviews that's 50 minutes long. A 4-minute Then and Now featurette. An archival Q&A from 2019. An archival 90s news interview. 2 hours of raw footage and unused scenes, and a still gallery. So this one has what it seems like is more special features if that's your bag. They are currently sold out of the slipcover edition, but I got this extremely cheap on eBay. It was election night, and I think someone forgot to go back and outbid me, so it was very, very cheap. It's a fun little film. Don't expect your socks to be blown off. And again, I feel like it sort of shoots its load at the beginning of the film and meanders a little bit. Interesting, low-budget schlock. If you like vampires and you like the mixing of the vampire genre with other things, you'll probably get something out of it. But again, it's extremely low budget, so you have to be into that and understand that you're not watching Underworld. Let me know, guys, if you've seen the 1996 movie Blood Hunter. And if you did, tell me what you thought about it. Thank you. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.